What's up, Nerdles? I'm Jeff, and this is a Hyperpop track by Better Off Alive that absolutely slaps. Yeah, let's go. And I know that because they submitted this unlisted private link for us to listen to in the hashtag Nerdle content channel in our Discord. If you would like to share your work with us directly and have it featured in one of these videos, then you can do that by joining our Discord using the invite link in the description down below. Okay, so I'm Transgender by tumblrsucks. Here we go. That's Enderman, right?
Yeah.
You said that's Enderman?
A weird, like a drip kind of angle.
Yeah. Different POV. So let's see what this. Oh, Pastel Cloud's Hyperpop song. So I think this is from the user that's named Better Off Dead from the Scrams project Better Off Dead. I think this is their YouTube channel. So I'm stoked. They're calling it a Hyperpop track, so we can expect some of those like weird oversaturated synths. It's going to be kind of loud. But yeah, it's definitely going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Hyperpop is a rise.
It really is. I love it. Getting some gecs vibes. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Swelling it in.
I'm so psyched. This is insane.
It's like Hyperpop, but like Hyperpop K-pop.
I have no words for it. I'm just super into it.
What a vibe this is.
Yes, I love how low.
I wonder how they did the vocals.
Auto-tuned and pitched up several octaves.
Yeah.
This is sick.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I thought K-pop, because like the way the vocals are tuned up, it sounds like the kind of cutesy.
Oh yeah, no, that's
go for a lot.
That's like
with the real like plinky, like nice music behind it too.
That's become like the hyperpop aesthetic, like the auto-tune pitched up vocals. When 100 gecs kind of took over from there's someone else that like, oh my god, Charlie XCX.
That.
When they took over from Charlie XCX, they kind of introduced that auto-tune side of it. This is crazy. So when the
music drop out there, the beat dropped out for a bar there.
Yeah, the last thing they submitted was like a mopey Scrams song with like yelling and acoustic guitar, and like the dichotomy is not missed at all. Like I love this.
Like that.
Oh, Better Off Dead, you're killing it. This is amazing. What is this 23 views nonsense? Chucking a like, chucking a sub.
It's unlisted video.
Oh wow.
Yeah, hiding it from the world.
Well, that's all right. That's all right.
That was nice.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah, you could. We get to listen to it. You know, I'm a little selfish. As long as we get it, you know, you can unlist it, whatever.
That's the crazy thing about Nerdle content, man. People are sharing their art with us, and they're creating more often, as far as I can tell. But they're only sharing it in like this little tight knit community. It makes me so happy that like I'm part of this like inner circle for these people. That
it's a privilege.
It is.
We get to enjoy.
It seriously is. Like I probably don't ever sit down to like deliberately listen to music this way, and like and I haven't in a long time. Like. It's the only time I do it now, and it's amazing. It's such a cool way to experience music. I hope it doesn't ruin me for all other immersive music listening experiences for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's setting the bar in a weird spot. I guess is all you're getting.
Okay, so we've got Calogin here. Calogin is one of the new mods of our Discord, which is rad.
Okay.
Usually submits electronic music, which is growing in complexity and like different plugins and synthesizers all the time. But he's going bare bones. He's going back to guitar style with dope hair. So let's
nice.
Yeah, let's see what he's working with.
Hair flip
it good. Doing volume knob fades. That takes like too much dexterity. Do you know what he's doing? He's like turning the volume knob up and down.
You like strum or something, and then you gotta like bring up the gain so it kind of like fades in, swells.
Exactly.
You can do that with pedals too, can't you?
Yeah. See, and the crazy thing is I learned how to do it with delay pedals. Like I could do it with my feet, but I can't do that. Like I can't do the fade in, fade out while playing guitar.
All the stuff you can do, it's weird. Not do that. Oh, I like that.
Callogan's gonna bring the taps in even with the volume fades.
I like that.
Legend.
I like that progression, whatever it is.
I
know nothing about music theory, but things sound good. They sound good, you know?
I think he's got a pretty good knowledge of music theory in general. They were doing this thing, I don't know if you saw it, they were doing this thing where they would like test their music theory knowledge with like a Berkeley entrance exam practice program.
Yeah.
And he scored pretty high, so I think
damn.
That might be a grand piano behind him too, so if that says anything.
I like that. So he's synced up tempo with the delay on there and kind of filling it up that way.
I think so. Yeah. There's no.
When he stopped, I heard it kind of still fading out a bit.
Yeah, and there's like a filter sweep on the delay.
But instead of like a dotted eighth, it's like right on the quarters. Sounds nice. What kind of guitar is that? Squire or something? Strat or a Telly or what?
I think Stratocaster. Right? I'm like the least gearhead person in the world, so it's probably like, it's probably a Stratocaster. I think the Strats are the ones with the weird loopy heads.
Good vibe out of that.
Yeah, Calogin, that was sweet. It's cool.
Spacey.
Yeah, Spacey.
I'm trying to think of like, usually you hear music and it kind of like puts you, like you kind of start like painting a scene in your head about like where the music fits. And I don't know what planet that's on, but it's definitely not here. Like wherever.
Yeah, we're not all the way to Pluto with it. It's not like so cold as Pluto, but it's pretty far
I'm
out.
talking like a Rings of Saturn something, kind of like that. I didn't mean to kind of like fade out. Like I'm off Saturn. See ya.
Do you know what order the planets appear in?
Of course.
I don't have no idea.
What?
I really don't.
Jeff.
Okay, so this is Blue Orphan. We've got some imagery from one of the Final Fantasy Online games. I don't know if you were here for the first one. We reviewed the Blue Orphan stuff because they had submitted like a whole Bandcamp album that was based on, thematically anyway, like Final Fantasy music.
Warrior of Light, isn't that 14, I think?
Is
Final
it?
Fantasy 14?
Maybe, yeah.
Unless like they had story similar from 11 too. I don't really remember.
I have no idea.
Anyway, yeah.
Warrior of Light is like, I think, a theme throughout them. But yeah, so I don't know. I never know what to expect. Blue Orphan actually, so they started out with the Final Fantasy theme stuff, obviously, but like since then they have just like diversified what they can do by insane amounts. Like they've done anime theme covers. They've done like just pop song tapping versions. They've done all kinds of weird stuff.
Okay. So, well, let's see what this is. Huh?
Yeah, this is bad. They're gonna tag hashtag Coheed, so that makes sense. I wonder if that's live bass.
I don't know.
Bass guitar does sound good though. It sounds chunky.
I was gonna say yeah. I like that.
They are layering.
I like that a lot.
Layering boss.
I like the bed of like the original guitar.
Yeah.
Riff in there. That part there. It probably is a little off our talking to the audio, how it's synced up. So it probably sounds awful when I try and like do something along with the song. You know.
It's cool. What you're describing is like very at home in his stuff. So chances are there's always going to be a backing track and like a layer on top of it doing something that's perfectly conducive to the style.
I babbled over all that shredding. I hope we get back to some more of that.
Yeah, and there's like this where like you can consider it like a guitar solo, but he's still really tasteful about it. Like at no point does it ever feel like Blue Orphan's wanking, but like the technicality is still pretty up here, which is decent.
Oh, even more guitars. Go. More.
Oh my god, yeah. How many?
I think we're at 4 now.
Layers is a real theme here.
Yes.
This reminds me a lot of like CHON. Have you listened to CHON?
Oh yeah, some. A little bit.
They're like chuggy harmony.
Oh, I like that. Like that.
And like the quadruple time. Yeah, there's like the halftime chugs with the quadruple time tapping craziness on top. It was dope.
Doing the dotted eighths on those. Yeah, those parts there. Like that.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, those feels are really cool. I think, like you said, to get like the dotted eighth feels where there's just like, you just feel like you're skipping forwards with them.
Yeah, there's so much you can do with the phrasing in these kind of time signatures. Like you can do a whole lot with it.
I think that's how I used to cheat 5/4 into my stuff. I would write with those dotted eighth notes and like just leave a rest on 3.
So start cutting beats out here and there.
Yeah,
so you get what you want.
So it would sound like a 5 time because of the way it would skip forward, but just the wise musicologist could still count it correctly.
You know, this could really just use, if I could make any suggestion, like maybe just 2 or 3 more guitars. It might really like seal it, you know? I
can see it on the thumbnail already. Not enough guitars.
Yeah.
like 8 guitars.
The drummer wants more guitars. First time hearing that.
So this is so the ending of Blue Orphan songs is usually one of my favorite parts. We're gonna do a fade out this time. That's really interesting.
It's funny you just started to hype up the endings and just like
it's a fade out.
Some people call that a cop out, but it does have a place, you know?
Oh, for this one it definitely is. I think the phrase was still it is one of those rambling phrases that was just kind of falling over itself. So I think for it to fade out is actually kind of appropriate. But like
just on and on. It's not like in a repetitive way, but it's just kind of like hammers it into you. So just like the way it fades out, it's almost like it's still going now, you know?
Yeah.
It never stops. It was going on before we started.
Yeah.
It will go on till the end of time.
Yeah. And I think that is what a phrase like that kind of wanted. I'm used to, or I really look forward to the compositions that they do where they'll have like a bunch of layers like they did, but they'll have like orchestral elements like, you know, horns and like strings and stuff, and then they'll have like a little melody on each of them at the end of the track as if they're saying goodbye, and then the song will kind of end really nicely. Okay. Like a curtain call kind of vibe.
It's hard ending songs, you know?
Yeah, it really is. The one piece of advice that always stuck with me was end a song definitively, and I know that's funny considering what we just listened to, but end a song definitively and end it in an unexpected way if possible.
Okay.
And that's like, I mean, it's
like a little expectation subversion right in the end there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just to kind of like give listeners something to leave them hanging, like like
maybe the fade out has been so tried and tired that now it has wrapped around and has become the unexpected again.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a fade out. Look at that.
Yeah, it was for Blue Orphan. It is.
Good stuff like that. I wonder if he had like a certain or sorry, I don't know who Blue Orphan is, but I wonder if they had like a specific part of the game in mind. If they're writing that like, oh, I imagine this is when we're going through this part or like this battle or like this area. Like, I wonder if they had like a certain like scenario in mind.
You probably would do that unintentionally almost if you were knowledgeable of the deep lore. Yeah. Like if you listen to a lot of Final Fantasy soundtracks, you almost start associating that stuff subconsciously, right?
Right.
And I don't know if they are. I don't know if they just like the aesthetic and that's why they use like the screenshots and the names and stuff.
Yeah. Could be.
Okay, so this is by Gods, who sent us an MP4. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with VLC here. I downloaded the MP4 for the review because their YouTube channel, while pretty popular, I can't add any of their tracks to the Neural Content playlist because they have their YouTube channel as 4 kids. So it won't let me add anything to a public playlist.
Yeah, we are not safe children.
I don't know if this is going to be... We'll determine whether this is 4 kids or not right now. Let's
see if it's on brand. Oh god, I love that kind of 3/4. Ooh.
Where is that stick hit?
Just on the rim and there, I think on the snare.
What count was it falling on though? It's like it was in such a weird place. It's so groovy.
I love that. The hi-hat work there, the open close.
So yeah, that's what God's all their videos is of their drummer too. I was really looking forward to having one of them on here.
Make more of that, please.
So I'm assuming that was just a little taste. They're actually doing super well on Spotify. I'm just gonna look them up on Spotify really quick.
Make more of that for me.
I want to hear so much of it.
I want to hear more of that. Okay, that's one of my favorite like phrasings of 3/4. Doing like the bam 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 like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like the intro to that Paramore song that you did the cover of.
Oh, no, that's it. That's it. Oh yeah, no, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
I love that phrasing. But what you do with that, what they did, which I love hearing too, is you can like strip it down to halftime. So it does eventually just like a like there's a part in the middle where they slowed it down. There's so many good ideas in that song. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Gods, claiming to be just some homies from Sacramento.
Okay.
Looks like they started their Instagram in 2019 as well. So we're coming up from around the same time.
Okay.
Deadly stuff, guys. I'm really excited. You're doing really well too. Like let's be friends. Let's be band friends.
That track did a lot of things to me. I like that a lot.
Yeah, congrats, guys. I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
Thank you.
And 4 kids, do you think?
Well.
Kids in 3.
I could hear an argument either way on that, I think.
Kids need weird waltzes.
That's right. Oh, that was good, though. Yo, what's up? Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell so you're always notified when we upload new videos. Welcome back to your boys reacting to music.